Yeah.
Now you're here. So we're here with Deanna now. We just finished Kaz. We have two team members for now. I'm hoping to potentially get more team members as we go along throughout the season. But my first question for you, Deanna, is obviously this is a new team for you. This is a big change for you. You've come from Boston all the way to Illinois. So just tell me about your process of coming over from one school and how it's been starting over at a new school in your senior year, and just what that whole situation's been like.
Um, I would just say that there's been culture shocks all around. I went from a team that barely had any players to a team who could play 11v11 in practice and have subs. So, it's definitely been like a big change. Like, my campus is bigger. Um, I get a lot of steps in. I don't know anyone, so I really just like to stick with my teammates and classes and stuff like that. Um, but I would just say that the first couple days of preseason, it was just trying to get everyone's names down and then just trying to get the nerves out. And then I would say like the first week of class, now that we're like a week in, it's just been me trying to adapt to my new schedule and my new professors. So just being patient, adapting, and just kind of my motto this season is just to go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with the bigger team and the the change of scenery, so to speak, um, how has that affected you as a player? Do you feel like it's messed with your mentality a little bit? Has it been overwhelming, or is it something that you've been able to jump back into, kind of like high school or a club, or like how does it match up with your expectations for what you thought your college soccer experience would be, one place to the next?
Kind of made me realize that I take playing college soccer for granted. Like at ENC, it didn't like fitness matter, skill didn't matter. Like as long as you were healthy, you were playing, you were starting, you were playing 90 minutes. So, and that was just our situation. You know, we were gonna have people come in to like change that, but then my school closed. So it's kind of weird to go from this laid back expectation um, to like this new expectation of you're going to come in and you're going to compete. I think that's like my biggest adjustment. Also, it's like the fact that I now have teammates who will hold me accountable and like try and hold the team accountable rather than just me and my other friends trying to like round everybody up and be like, let's go, guys. So, yeah, what was the question?
Just how does that yeah, just how is that change basically met up with your college expectation, like
I feel like
thinking
it
back?
exceeds it.
Huh?
It just like exceeds it. Like I don't remember what I was thinking when I came my freshman year, but like based off of what I've been through my college experience to now, like my expectations are like exceeded. Like I'm competing every practice. I'm trying to like I've never communicated so much with a coach in college, like ever. So I feel like just trying to like communicate, give my all, give my all, give my all. Do like that extra work when no one else is looking.
Good.
That's interesting.
um how much of that relationship with the coaches played a role in your transitioning to Benya?
A lot. I've leaned on her a lot. My main goal coming into Benue was I didn't want to lean on Kale a lot. I wanted to try and like build my own roots here and wow, I think I've done decent. You know, there's some times where I just need to like call up call up coach and just like ask her questions or swing by her office. Just be like, hey, yada yada yada, this is how I'm feeling. I like how when she asks me how I'm doing, she's like, now how are you doing mentally, physically, and like all the above. So I think like having that relationship with her is like very important to me, and also being able to like come to her with anything, very important. Makes me happy, makes me comfortable.
From your perspective today, obviously you're still working into this new environment. You're still working on getting onto the field. From your perspective, from where you were at today, how did you feel about your guys' team performance? What do you feel like needs to change going into a rather quick turnaround going into Elmhurst on Sunday?
So our coaches for warm-ups separate the starters versus the non-starters. And I think that's fine. I just think it all starts with like the beginning of the game, having that mentality, having that positive mentality. Um, so from the starters, I think it was great. From the non-starters, I think we kind of just all got in our heads a little bit. Um, Starting the game though, I felt like it's all about like that first 5 minutes, like finding your like mm, como se dice, like just finding your like groove, like trying to see like what patterns work, what doesn't. I think we did a well the first 5 to 10 minutes, but I think once that goal was scored, um, the team kind of started to give up. And like even on the sidelines, it was just like I think after the second goal, like we all started to get frustrated. Um, I think after the first goal, the team started to play boot ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the I think what we were practicing didn't really match what we ended up playing. Because we were the way we practiced our formation, it was like we'd always have a midfield open, but North Park matched our midfield, so it's like everybody was gonna have a man. So I think that threw us off a little bit. Um, but honestly, I just feel like the energy wasn't up a lot. So I definitely tried to use my loud voice on the bench to help. Um, but yeah, I think just after the goals started to pile on, that's when everybody got in their head. There wasn't a lot of confident tackles. Um, but there were some good parts. I'd say like one major takeaway would be big our center back, who really was like our goalie in a way. Like always heading the ball, being the first, being physical. Uh, so I think she really came in clutch today. The
Okay.
score could have been worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you guys amp up for practice right after this game? I don't know what time you guys practice tomorrow, but I know you guys practice tomorrow. How do you guys get that mentality and switch so that you guys are ready for Sunday? Because that's a fast turnaround.
I think I'm gonna add some songs to our practice. I think I honestly the way I hype up is like through music, and I honestly think if we play music that is just like how do I say this? Like aggressive, but like the right aggressive. Like you want to get like that hype, pissed off mentality. Just kind of just get in that mindset. Also just kind of not my favorite quote is like it's not like forget and move on. It's like moving forward. Like move forward. You don't have to forget what happened, but you are going to move forward. You have to. There's no that. So just honestly putting this game behind us and then honestly just coming to practice ready, being warmed up. Like after this, I'm gonna watch film and be prepared, come with questions and just try and hype up the team as much as I can.
Do you feel like
Also focusing.
yeah? Do you feel like it's an advantage for you, um, in a way, not knowing who these teams are that you're playing going into them? Do you feel like that's an advantage or a disadvantage? Like, Kea, who I just finished interviewing, has played Elmhurst every year that she's been in soccer. So she has like a thought process on Elmhurst. Do you feel like it's an advantage to not know them, or do you feel like it's a disadvantage?
I feel like it's an advantage. Like honestly, I um when we were supposed to have our scrimmage our scrimmage against North Park or North Central, whatever, and everyone was being like, "Man, like they're gonna be a brutal team. Like we're gonna have to like do this and this and this," and I'm just like, I love it because I'm not gonna go in with that mentality. I'm just gonna go in with what we practiced and just play. You know, like I feel like there's a lot less stress if that makes sense. Like clean slate, you don't know what's gonna happen, and it really gives you like the opportunity to like give it your all to like play, like actually play. You don't have to worry about this midfielder is mean, she'll pinch you, yada yada yada. You just play and then go learn as you go, basically. So I think it's a advantage. My mindset cannot be changed until I'm in that game, until I can see how the other team is playing. So I think it's an advantage.
Okay. Um, so one of the questions I had asked Kaya that I think is important to ask you is, what kind of impact are you looking to have on the season? What's something that you want to leave, this being your last year as a player? Like, what do you want to leave as a lasting impression of this season?
Let's see. My personal goal that is written on my whiteboard up here is to just enjoy my final season of soccer. And how I would do that is to respect, trust, and have confidence in my teammates. I kind of just want to be remembered as the teammate who like had a rough start to the season, but honestly like worked hard every day. Was always tried to hype the team up and be positive, and just always be the teammate people can come to. So far it helps with having like my roommate being a junior who comes to me when she needs advice or anything like that. But honestly, I just want to be able to enjoy the season, and in order to enjoy the season, I just want to go with the flow.
And how about this is kind of a tough question. Kaya said she might have almost got emotional, I think, when I asked her. But this being your last first game ever, how did that impact your warm up, stepping onto the field? Like, did that hit you when it was going on? Is it something that hit you afterwards? Like, how did that feeling of this being the last first game of your college career, what was that like?
Well, I was very excited to begin with because I woke up, I got breakfast, and then I immediately got ready and I went to the trainers 2 hours before my game, which, well, not 2 hours. Let's see, I was allowed to be there at 12. I walked in at 11:05, so like 55 minutes early. And there was nothing for me to do. The trainer was just like, you know, you can't do anything right now, right? So I just chilled there. Um, so on my walk back, I took a moment, like, because I just walked back to my apartment ish. And on my walk, I was like just looking out on the field. And I thought about my old school and how I was supposed to be playing in like Veteran Stadium or whatever, but now I'm here, and kind of be like, well, I get to look at a water tower. There's no mosquitoes that can get me. And I'm just like thinking of like the positives of me being here, and also like, holy crap, like this is where I'm gonna end my season. Um, I think warm ups definitely like it just having that like this is my last first game, this is my last first game definitely like helped me make it through warm ups when people were like still like on the fence of how we were doing warm ups. Um, I also had really good cross during warm ups that gave me like that rowdy like yeah, rowdy. And then I think during the game I was just like praying to any power, any higher power that I would get a minute in. And when I realized that I wasn't gonna get a minute in, it started to hit. I was just like, damn, that's rough. And then definitely like coming up to you and Bree, it started. Yeah, it kind of it started to hit me. I was like, oh no. But yeah, honestly, it's done. It's over with. can't really think about that this is my last season. Kind of just got to think about how this is a season where I want to improve and I want our team to improve.
Yeah. What? How do you feel about the new facilities playing on the field and you have the water tower. You do have the trees behind you as well, which I really like.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's nice that we like I get to play on like a school field. You know, like there's I'm not the school isn't renting a field. I'm not playing on some weird high school or some weird like rugby field like or like it just it's nice. I went on a run after the game today, and I literally posted a Be Real afterwards, and I was like, "New school gym goes crazy," because I freaking love our gym. I also no shade to my old athletic trainer at ENC, but I love the training room here, and I love the training room staff. Um, there's this athletic trainer who is from Northern Arizona University, and I like bonded with her immediately because I was like, hey, you know, before I was thinking about playing college soccer, I actually thought about going to Arizona, like Northern Arizona University. So we like bond over that. So yeah, honestly,
You do. You have a.
love ENC, but then you love the facilities.
I was gonna say you have a logo now on your field.
I know.
You have
There's a big B.
there's a big B there for you guys to be a part of. Trying to think of any other questions I might have for you. Just goals for tomorrow, goals for Sunday. As you practice tomorrow and you play against Elmhurst on Sunday.
I think my goal for tomorrow is that just to be a leader. Um, I think just if you know, gonna have a meeting with coach, talk to her, be like, honestly, my goal is not to critique anything of like yesterday in that meeting. My goal is just to be like, hey, this is what I heard throughout warm-ups, throughout the game on the sidelines. How can I go about like just asking her more leadership advice and honestly just using that for the next game on Sunday and for like being on the sidelines on Sundays. And hopefully tomorrow during practice, I kind of plan to be physical. I kind of plan to be like, I'm I'm fighting for this spot. Like I sat out all game, so now I'm going to start being physical, start playing how you would in a game, and I'm gonna earn my spot. It's kind of like my goal, just to be a leader. And if you gotta be physical to do it, you gotta be physical to do it. But don't injure anyone. Don't injure anyone. That's all. That's a very important goal.
That's true. The one advantage you have over everybody is you'll be fresh.
Yeah. No, I honestly felt very good on my run. I
Right.
hit 8 miles per hour for what? We're
Okay.
chilling. We're cruising.
We're cruising.
We're cruising. It was very nice. You know, the treadmills. You can. It like there's a track, so you can visually see where you are on the track. ENC didn't have. ENC only had like 2 treadmills, and this one has like 8. So,
You moved up in the world.
oh yeah, and for dinner I had grilled chicken, pasta, rice, broccoli, like cooked broccoli.
See, it's all coming together.
It was all coming together.
That's good. No, so I told Kaya I don't know if we'll do this on Sunday just because road games are a little bit sketchy. I don't know whether or not what time you guys will get back, what time Bree and I will get back. But we'll try to do these for every at least home game, and then you know, like I said, if we can add some more teammates, I'll do even more teammates, and you guys will all have this on the page to look back at. Heck, even if Coach Katie wants to come on, Coach Katie and I can sit here. We can be yapping on the channel, and talk about stuff. Maybe I'll try to get Coach Katie at the end of the year when you guys are all done and have her talk about her memories with you guys and stuff like that. Maybe that's something I shoot my shot at.
Get a Maddie preview.
Yeah, have her bring Maddie. We can ask Maddie questions. She can drool at us and do whatever Maddie does. But
Yeah.
she's a cutie. She's a cute little baby.
Mhm.
Well, thank you. Hopefully you go and get some rest now. And I'll put this up on YouTube if I can try to clip it. I'll try to clip some for TikTok. But
Mhm.
as Kaya taught me, roll eags is what she says.
Roll eggs.
Um,
They say it all the time.
so roll eags or eagles up is the other one she told me existed, but she said that nobody says it. So I actually like eagles up, but she said everybody uses roll eags. So I guess it's roll eags.
Yeah, let's roll that. I don't. So weird. Roll eggs.
I like eagles up. I like eagles up. I'm just saying, makes sense.
Yeah. Look, I have a little venue.
Aw,
Boo, boo, boo. There you go.
I will
On my
say.
desk.
I will say I've still got my Ben U shirt on, so
Yeah.
I
I literally came and then put my tennis shoes on, walked to Rise, ran, went to the trainers, and then I went grocery shopping, and then I realized that I needed to shower because man oh man, was it humid?
it's been a little bit humid. It's been a little humid the last couple of
So
days.
hot.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I will be back tomorrow with a different stream. You get some rest, and I will talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.